Today, a studio visit at Phipps, the hippest menswear brand, reinventing what chic outerwear for men can be.
My name is Spencer Phipps. I'm here for the casting.
And we'll go for a mood board about Americana in fashion. Mood board! Meet the charismatic Spencer Phipps, founder and designer and mastermind of Phipps. And meet Mathis Chevalier, the MMA champion / model / muse / new Marlon Brando. Bonjour les Français, activez les sous-titres pour tout comprendre. Hello, I'm Loic Prigent, subscribe to my channel. If you want to binge on the fashion fun, hit that notification bell with your paw and leave a comment about Phipps and about Mathis Chevalier, of course. This was filmed in Paris on July 2, 2020, between lockdowns.
We are shooting our lookbook of the collection. So it's a photo shoot with a big cast, an actual Hollywood blockbuster of your dreams.
Today, Phipps is shooting the wardrobe tests, like it's done for a movie, to fine-tune the appearance of each characters.
There's a narrative to the film?
Absolutely. There's stories, there's characters, there's a whole arc.
Oh wow, dialogue and...
Dialogue, there's narration, we had drones, there's fighting, there's gambling, there's people crying and stealing stuff. I mean, it's a whole adventure.
Is there love?
Yes, there's a little bit of romance.
There's suspense?
Yes. Oh yeah, danger, everything you want.
Happy ending?
If you say happy ending, come on, it's a Hollywood movie.
Okay, nice.
Spencer Phipps is a visionary founder of Phipps, a brand that's between the technical and the mercurial, the practical and the vanity, between Patagonia and Savile Row, between the North Face and couture.
Can you show us the collection?
Ruth, viens ici. So, this is Ruth. She's amazing.
Hi.
So the collection this season was really just a study of American iconography, with a focus a little bit on the desert because we're always all about nature in some ways. So, she's a desert cowgirl. She's got on right now, she's got a pretty cool cowboy hat. This is one of our gold label shirts, which is our vintage curation that we do every season. So we've added our little logo onto the embroidery, which disappears quite nicely. It's a really beautiful, pristine vintage piece from the 50s.
I didn't realize you were doing women's wear.
Well, we were going to launch a proper women's wear collection this season, with dresses and skirts and all of that, but coronavirus kind of didn't really seem like the moment to start an entire new half of the collection. I mean, we have a lot of female clients, and we will officially be doing women's wear probably, I'm gonna say next year, a real...
So this is totally vintage, or you added stuff?
This is new. This is vintage. This is a new one for us. We've launched our débardeur. We finally perfected the Phipps débardeur.
So the débardeur is totally new?
Is totally new.
The shirt
the pants
is
are totally new.
Vintage.
The shirt is totally vintage.
Or you added stuff on it?
No, we just came like that. We found it like that.
And you didn't add, your ego was okay with it?
We added just the little star to mark it as a Phipps.
Ah, d'accord. This
is right here.
Phipps.
And we add a little tag on the back that puts it as a Phipps gold label because it's part of our gold label curated collection. The star, well, that's our logo, the little star.
Half.
It's a half star.
Voilà.
It sort of goes on the booty. Varsity jacket, we just add the star.
You add this, but all the wool rest is... How did you do you refit it? Not
No, sometimes. Okay, this is another example of one that we've done. Okay, so this was just a plain denim shirt, and then we've added the star, we've added the label, and then we've also customized it to be with these panels.
Which means you spend kind of a lot of time on it.
Yeah, we spend a lot of time. We curate, we talk about them, we sort of get each piece to be exactly the character, the storytelling that fits exactly with this season, which was all American icons. So we even have, this is one that we customized, but even more, we've got the ultimate Marlon Brando leather jacket. I mean, it's, whatever you want, or however you kind of want to spin it. There's this one as well, which is, I mean, this is really a thing, isn't it? Yeah. Milwaukee Iron, you're welcome,
So you only can produce a limited amount?
They're all unique pieces, in fact. So they're one-off pieces. We sell them exclusively on the website. Another thing that's new for us is more tailored outerwear. This season we really worked on more elevated pieces, more luxury pieces, more delicate, precious things. You know, if you can't run through the forest, you can stay inside and just appreciate nice fabrics. And that's a new, very exciting one for us. We did a bio silk pajama set embroidered with silk. It's bio silk, and then this very, very delicate embroidery done on this like machine that only one exists in Italy. They do it very, very lightly.
What is the motif?
It's a desert flower. It's this flower that's found in the Mojave Desert.
Which state is it?
So Arizona, California, Nevada, that kind of southwest.
And this is outerwear, or this is?
No, this is pajamas, or a shirt, and
So I could sleep with it, or I could go to the office with it.
you can do whatever you want in it. If you want to ride a bike, that's not, that's up to you.
Oh, yeah, okay, so I can go outside too.
Yeah. It's very Zoom appropriate. Also, like formal enough that you could be on Zoom, but also you're in your pajamas, so you're not really, This one, animals that can kill you in the desert.
Okay.
Hand drawn by our dear friend Gordy, who lives in London.
Talented.
Gordy is very talented. So that's a coyote.
Oh, coyote.
That's a coyote. We've got a cougar. We've got a rattlesnake and a scorpion. Where's the scorpion? Where are you? There's a scorpion.
Could be fashion people too.
Yeah. I mean, also, you could, you can interpret that however you want. I'm not going to stop you. We also have that one, which is lovely, which is like our place print, Spirit of Freedom. That's the title of our film.
Okay.
Yeah. So we've made sort of, within the film context, we've even made fake merch. And we've just invented our entire cinema culture in Paris with people that are not actually working in film. So here, this is one of the merch sweatshirts. So that's our movie poster.
Sure. Can you read what's
What, down here?
Yeah.
The Spirit of Freedom, the Spring/Summer 2021 collection. Official selection of the Phipps Film Festival, obviously. In select stores, Spring 2021. Phipps Film feature, made in collaboration with Phipps International,
Everything is
Everything Phipps. It's all Phipps. It's silly, but
Where are you from?
I'm from California. Our flag is really cool. Do you know the California flag? It's a bear.
It's a nice one.
It's a really nice one. Yeah. It's really nice. Here's another one. Our hoodie of this season, which is always a big product for us that we sell. But in terms of the research behind it, the graphics itself, this is the font they use on dollar bills.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's also the text from dollar bills. This is an eagle that I took off of an Elvis cape, which I think he also took off of money to make for himself.
Casual.
And then we have some logos because some logos in there. People like the star.
Yeah, we need stars.
We need some stars. Everybody's a star.
And what the fabric?
Organic cotton. It's a garment dyed organic cotton, which is really nice.
And you're kind of brave to put
To put this one?
to put American flags on anything.
I mean, look, I'm American. I love the American flag. It's part of the iconography of here, and I do think that it's a moment of reflection in terms of the collection. For me, was a little bit like let's remember the good parts of the country and remind ourselves that there's hope, and maybe be like, oh, we might feel empowered to make a difference because we remember that there's something nice about this, because right now it's a little bit of a hot mess there, to be honest. So this has been the whole focus of the collection, is for me kind of a little bit of a therapy of we know what's happening there now, and we know what's happening with the cultural movements and everything like that. So if I can inspire people to go oh yeah, there is something cool, there's amazing culture that's come from this country, there's an amazing characters, there's such a great, powerful nation that is the US. I mean, we can really maybe harness enough energy to make some changes.
It's part of the political dimension of your work.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we did.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that's when we shot this morning on this amazing girl that was just so cool.
What does it say?
This land is your land. It's one of the songs they teach you in school. It's this land was made for you and me. I mean, it's for everybody. It's not, it's not just mine or yours. It's we can all have this country together.
Moodboard! Moodboard! This is the moodboard of the American flag in fashion. The stars and the stripes are very inspiring for fashion. An element instantly recognizable, a Californian dream sometimes, a political statement, or just an eye-catching pattern. Anyway, fashion designers love playing with the stars. At Balmain for Spring-Summer 2018, Olivier Roustin plays with the US codes for his macho Balmain man. Stars and stripes on a leather jacket, stars and stripes on a backpack, stars and stripes on a jumper, but it's Balmain, so make it rockstar jumper. The Madison Square Garden is your dressing room, you're a legend and you know it. The American flag like a good old cliché at D-Squared, inspired by music festivals, a rebel state of mind, expensive outfits for rich girls eager to party. At Moschino by Jeremy Scott, flags are used as pop art, a sense of fun in a smiley sweater that you would wear for a rave. At Marc Jacobs, it's an homage to the old Hollywood movies, a nostalgic memory of the glorious days of America. This collection was shown 1 year before the election of Donald Trump. Tommy Hilfiger loves to play with the Stars banner. His collections are patriotism, pure Americana, optimism, entertainment, Uncle Sam birthday party, 4th of July with Oprah Winfrey. For his first and last show in New York, Alexander McQueen takes a bow, revealing his Stars and Stripes boxes. I think this may have been ironic. Alexander Wang and his show at the Rockefeller Center in New York, the collection is a tribute to American fashion, as every American fashion designer played once with the holy flag like a ritual. This flag helps you become a monument in your country. Kaya Gerber is your first lady, your fashion is a national pride, suddenly you're the Statue of Liberty. American Way of Life vibes at Chanel by Karl Lagerfeld. Blue jeans, stars in the front row, stars everywhere at Chanel. Sasha Pivovarova wearing this red stripes Chanel jacket on a stars printed dress. Surely an outfit inspired by American actress and Karl Lagerfeld's muse, Lindsay Lohan, with his quilted Chanel electronic bracelet bag, iconic. For the Paris Dallas Chanel Métier d'Art collection, you could see the French and the American flags hanging in a Chanel Ranch fantasy. The collection is a Coco Cowboy Trip, a Chanel Western motion picture, an American flag scarf, un foulard imprimé américain on Stella Tennant. Lacoste likes to mix the color codes that France and the US share: bleu, blanc, rouge, red, white and blue. Model Mika Arganaraz wears a deconstructed flag pattern all over print, or cherry red on Binks, perfect for an eternal Bastille Day. Flag prints at Louis Vuitton menswear by Virgil Abloh, a desire to show every nationality's fashion as an international utopia. During his Calvin Klein years, Belgium designers Raf Simons played with the American obsessions, like horror movies, surfers, American firemen. He even made models walk on popcorn. And of course, he quoted the literal flag, here seen as it's floating in the wind. Pierre Moss is a demonstration that the American flag can be worn as a political statement. Its designer Kirby Jean Raymond is an Haitian immigrant descendant. His American flag is a symbol of inclusivity, as pure as it gets, the land of the free. A branding iconic moment when Demna Vasalia did this Balenciaga logo, totally pasted and copied from a Bernie Sanders campaign logo. This seems idealistic now. For summer 2020, Telfar Clements spoofed a presidential campaign logo for his brand Telfar. Telfar for president, Telfar bags for everyone. Because yes, this is a post-Trump world, and when the designer Charles Jeffrey showed this Stars and Stripes dystopian rocket sci-fi papier-mâché monster on the runway, it was an angry comment right after the election of the far-right Donald Trump, and it's a good way to get noticed for your first fashion show. Quite a contrast is Zeng Toy Fashion Show in New York in February 2019, a love letter to the United States by the Malaysian native designer. Could be nice if it wasn't for the loud presence of Donald Trump Jr. sitting in the front row with his +1. Watching this very Kellyanne Conway rag or this patriotic asymmetrical evening gown, the American flag flips into a bold punk response to hardcore politics for this R13 fashion show with an all-over fuck Trump print, Stars and Stripes shoes, Somebody Save America. Or this rainbow flag opening a Jonathan Cohen show worn by Mexican model Isis Jimenez. Rainbow stripes like a typical Mexican blanket, a gesture to criticize the Trump immigration policies and its border wall with Mexico. The designer who sold the American dream to the Americans and to the rest of the world is of course Ralph Lauren. the brand relies so much on the US flag that sometimes it feels the designer is running for president, or you could someday find his face on dollar bills as a founding father of American fashion. The flag is never far away in the Ralph Lauren imagery, a dreamy East Coast athletic corn-fed family with a sense of adventure and comfort. Ralph Lauren's America is a dream. The company even helped to restore the symbolic Star-Spangled Banner. Ah, simpler times.
You know, a lot of us, including Hillary and me, have those great polo sweaters with the American flag on it. I wish I had one with the Star-Spangled Banner on it.
This was the mood board of the American flag in fashion. Mood board! You get a mood board! You get a mood board! Everybody get a mood board!
So soft.
Is it?
Yeah, it's silk. It's like so comfortable.
It's really funny also because it changes dramatically depending on who you put it on. You know, we shot it on her, which was really beautiful. It's an interesting thing because, yeah, for me it's such a politically charged item, which is why I'm intrigued by it. Seems like a moment to reharness that energy into something positive.
You're playing with fire.
We are, it is. I mean, we're being provocative. I think you have to be right now, you know? I think everybody needs to stand for something. And we're standing for change, for the modern way of thinking, and you know, sort of survival of our planet, our culture, our future kind of together. We have the vintage Pillsbury cap. You know Pillsbury? It's kind of like the bon maman.
The confiture? The jam?
Yeah, I mean, it's like cookies, and they make, I'm gonna tell French people that it's like the most disgusting version of a croissant you will ever eat. Yeah, you buy the dough, you buy the like raw ones, you cook it in your oven, it's not a croissant, but so like you will be offended if you try it.
I'm a croissant nationalist.
I mean, I'm sure, and look, as most people French are, like, and they would expect no less. So again, this is a vintage gold label. We got the star. It's an old Scott, I think that's like S-C-H-O-T-T.
Okay, d'accord.
Like Western Japanese colors, franche. And then we've got a, you know, we're calling it a business shirt, our sort of businessman shirt, which has tiny little printed logo stripe. You can wear it under a suit, sort of, you know, I could see like a Loic shirt and that kind of thing.
Could be mine, yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
Oh.
I love that atmosphere of dressing. I think, you know, your loud clothes are great, but also if you can get the guys in the classics, then you've really succeeded in building a proper business, you know? So for us, this season, we tried to focus on the things that we do well and then expanding on that. We've got like, you know, we've added more plain hoodies and very like essential pieces. And part of that would be like, you know, so your business shirts, things that are a little bit more conservative in their purpose, but are, you know, extremely useful in your day-to-day dressing. So that's our classic suit.
Almost double-breasted.
It's a 1.5 breasted. Yeah, not quite one or the other.
My kind of breast.
Yeah, exactly.
And the pants?
The pants here, it's the same one that actually that Ruth was wearing.
Can you show us the details?
Yeah, we've got, again, the sort of organic cotton. It's this really nice dry, there's a really nice texture on this fabric. And then it's got this nice little silky trim on the pocket.
It's silk?
No, it's a Cupro. Again, which is basically, it's a fabric they use for linings mostly.
This collection was designed during lockdown?
This collection we finished actually literally the week before lockdown. It was
the week before lockdown, so this is a pre-COVID collection.
Pre-COVID collection that has since just grown in resonance.
What does it mean?
It's just like, it's like that happened, and then yeah, we had Corona, then we had the like meltdown of culture in the US and riots and the whole George Floyd thing, and you're like, this is really weird that this is happening, kind of. But yeah, it feels much more political and much more like current now than it even did before, for me at least. It's a really good moment for us to make a positive message, I think, using what we've already started beforehand.
Could I say that Phipps still is a Parisian brand?
Yeah, I mean, we are, yeah, it's like, you know, I'm as American as apple pie, but everybody else is French, and, you know, everybody we're casting is French, and we operate pretty much entirely as a French brand, so yeah, we're a Parisian brand.
And we met Mathis Chevalier, the hero of the Phipps movie.
So Matisse is in the film. Matisse is the main actor.
Oh, really?
In the film.
Did he act before?
No.
Oh,
C'est un
wow.
premier film, non? Ouais.
Mathis Brando?
Matisse Brando, exactement. There's Matisse wearing a drawing of Matisse for the poster because...
Meta Matisse?
This is Meta Matisse. Meta Matisse Brando. There you go. Yeah, it was the idea, you know, I love this, like, again, with this kind of American thing with like Warhol inventing his own kind of cult of celebrity. We've kind of just done the same thing. Matisse is the next biggest thing, and you will now know it. So the concept with Lookbook and a little bit what we're doing here is, so Matisse is, for example, in the film, and we have a couple other characters that were in the film that we're putting in the Lookbook as well, in the same thing. You know, I make a cameo in the movie, so I'm going to be in the Lookbook in my same outfit from the movie.
There's something written on the sleeves?
Phipps Films.
Oh, shit.
A Phipps international production.
That's bien.
Because we're now a filmmaking company. The film is basically a story of Matisse going on a journey. A little bit like Kill Bill, okay?
Okay.
Kind of, but without the guns. It's like way less, it's not as violent as that. And he's looking for his brother who's living in the desert, gone missing. I'm the brother.
Ah, you're...
And so I'm the danger, things that can kill you in the desert, that's me. And he finds me, and I'm wearing this coat and the whole cowboy hat situation, and there's a chase scene, there's a fight scene, there's like...
You fight with Matisse?
He's a champion MMA fighter. He kicks my ass, actually. It's not so much a fight as like I just die in the desert. But
Did you hurt?
No, I was fine. It was fine. We were fine. We practiced a little bit beforehand, and we were on soft ground. It was really fun, actually, but I'm definitely not a champion fighter, like, at all.
He has a wicked smile when you talk about this.
Yeah, because he enjoyed it. He really did. I mean, you know, he's used to it. He forgot that we were even play fighting. He doesn't know how to play fight.
Vous l'avez défoncé?
Ouais, j'ai dû arrêter des fois, passer nos pauses. C'était violent.
Oh là là. Did you have like a word?
A safe word.
A safe word?
No, in hindsight, that would have been a good idea. But no, it's fine. I'm still alive.
Like LVMH.
I used to have a safe word with my friends that was really funny. It was sea bass.
Ah ouais, sea bass.
It's a good one, right? No one ever uses it in conversation.
Non.
But if you're at a party and you just go, sea bass, it means we're going out. Time to go.
Ouais, sea bass.
You're leaving, like, get your things and go immediately.
Voilà, hop. T'en as mis plein sur
C'est
le...
bien étudié, je l'ai pris.
T'en as mis sur le Phipps, c'est malin.
J'ai pas taché.
Pas encore.
Non, je n'ai pas taché.
Ouais, mais pas encore. Je sens le drame arriver. It's one of a kind. If you put a stain on it...
Well, you know, we've saved some of the pieces from the film. The fight scene, for example, we've saved those pieces. Like the...
With the stains.
With the stains. They're gonna go on eBay. Covered in sand, disgusting, sweaty, probably smell still.
J'ai pas peur de me tacher. On est authentique.
On camera that you fucked up those pants. In here. Here we are. So here's an amazing gold label piece that I'm very excited about because look at this amazing Dolly Parton relic. Pistachio green, ruffle, bib, sparkly, everything you want.
What's her role?
Her role is she's the boss of this underground poker game.
Underground what?
Underground jeu de poker.
Ah d'accord, poker game. There's the wind.
You know, I mean, you always gotta get the wind machine. Beyonce would be proud.
C'est sûr que ça gêne pas là, le débardeur en dessous?
C'est pas parfait, mais ça va pour le moment. Voilà. Vraiment plus action figure.
Ouais.
Captain America.
Là, je peux faire du catch.
It's funny how Matisse makes it badass. As with Julien, it would look like ice cream. You see what I mean or not? No, no.
The Phipps movie is called Spirit of Freedom. It has its own poster, drawn by the genius Paul Anglada. The film was shot in a part of Spain that looks like Arizona. Molly Ledoux is the director. She said she didn't sleep for 2 months because of this.
Je m'appelle Mathis Chevalier, le désert ça me connaît, et je sais me bagarrer. C'est des bonnes aptitudes.
We're working on trying to do our underwear collection.
Call us.
You think I'm kidding? We literally are asking about starting underwear.
Call us when you start.
Voilà, this was my report about Phipps and its collection for summer 2021. Subscribe to my channel for the fashion fun. Hit the notification bell. Ouais, pourquoi pas. And leave your demande en mariage for Matisse in the comments.
Y'all subscribe to the channel now.